Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to episode 76 of In Focus Friday. So, last week we had a look at two items. It was an In Focus Friday double header. We had a look at a Geiger square and a Pit Bullion hand-poured bar. Both really, really pretty pieces of silver in their own rights. So go and check them out if you haven't already. The link is down in the description below. Now you'll note that there is not one of the items that we had in the voting last week, and that's simply because you guys couldn't decide what you wanted to see. It was an exact three-way tie. At the time that I counted the votes to film this video, it was an exact three-way tie with 7 votes for each item. So massive thank you to everybody for voting, but because you couldn't make up your mind, I have decided to bring you a completely brand new piece. This is a community piece of silver, which I have recently picked up from, and some of you may already know who this is from, but from Msagan. And I'm very, very pleased to have this piece. It's an absolutely awesome piece indeed. I found Mike on Instagram. There's his details. You should go and check him out. You should also sub to his YouTube channel, and there's his email if you want to get in touch with him. But yeah, I was absolutely blown away when I saw this pop up on my Instagram feed, and of course I had to have it pretty much straight away. So I contacted him, asked him if he wanted to do a trade, and he was more than happy to do a trade. So I sent him a baby Ripple Dragon, and I got in return this absolutely awesome axe. And I do think I've got the better end of the deal there, because this is one hell of a piece of silver. Look at that. How cool is that? And it harks back to my kind of days in my youth playing Warhammer or playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you know, that whole world. It looks like one of the Chaos Warriors war axes. It's absolutely awesome. I really, really like it, and I seem to be building up a small armory of silver weaponry. I've got the big sword from Uncle Bernie now to go along with this lovely, amazing axe. Now, this I would imagine is sandcast. You know, I'm no expert, so I could be wrong. In fact, I know it's sandcast, but I certainly don't really know how people get such intricately small pieces done in such high level of detail. You know, presumably that Mike had an actual axe like this, whether it was I don't know, a Lego piece. I've seen Lego pieces like that, and it does sort of have that perfect width of a Lego hand to hold, or whether it was just something that he found in a knick-knack shop or whatever. And I presume it would have been cast upside down, halfway. You know, sort of, you can see the seam running down the piece through the pommel, through the middle of the axe. And you know, I have absolute respect for everybody who does the sandcasting work, because I've tried a little bit of it and it's incredibly hard. It certainly is not easy to get the molds correct, and you need a high level of skill and experience to actually get the molds working properly. But what I'm constantly amazed about with the sandcasting work that I see people do is the amount of detail that gets transposed onto the silver. And you think that's just coming from sand. It's pretty amazing, really. You know, graphite is graphite, and it's very, very you know, sturdy and resistant to the heat, and it doesn't you know, it doesn't change its shape, and it won't, you know, if the silver comes onto it, it just takes the shape of the graphite. But with sand, I always kind of got in my head that it would maybe warp the sand, or it would burn the sand, and things might look slightly different when they come out. But you know, the amount of detail you can see on the sort of the ram's skull there at the top, it's amazing. And the, you know, the sort of pommel down at the bottom looks really great, and all of these tiny little lines on the handle of the axe as well. They're just looking, it just looks great. It just really does have this wow factor, and I guess that's what's really important for anybody who's looking to either buy some silver or purchase something special like this. You know, the wow factor. So yeah, dead chuffed with this pickup, really am. And Mike, you are a very talented individual, because I think this is an incredibly hard piece to make. So well done to you. But just look at that, isn't it? I mean, it's one of the coolest pieces that I've seen, I have to say. And I think that's what's like absolutely awesome about the silver tube community, and about the kind of pouring community. You know, there are just constant you know, new pieces coming out, new individual unique pieces coming out, and the creativity is just amazing. It really is, and I'm really happy with this. Also, I should say he antiqued it as well. So when I saw his Instagram feed, he had some of these which were not antiqued, and then he posted a picture, and I really liked them. I thought they were really good. But what it was that tipped the balance for me is when he posted an antiqued version, and I saw all of these intricate details accentuated by the blackening of the antiquing process. I just got in touch with him, and I was like, yep, that's mine, please. I was almost like the the seagulls from Finding Nemo. I was like, mine, 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 has to be mine. So yeah, there you go, Mike Sagan. I'm going to ramble on forever about him, but here's his details once again. There's his email address, his Instagram name, and YouTube. He's not necessarily as active on YouTube as other people, but Instagram is the place to be for all the updates on Mike. There's the COA side of it as well. Yeah, so go over and follow him on Instagram and on YouTube, and drop him an email. I'm sure he can get you something as wonderful as this axe, if that is so what you wish. Now, the voting for next week. Let's get to the business end of this, and I'm going to have to zoom out because we have the giant slabbed Queen's Beast 5-ounce proof lion. Now, if you would like to see that, then please do let me know. It's a very interesting piece in a giant slab like this. It'd be interesting to get people's thoughts on giant slabs, and it's the first time I've ever seen one, so very interesting indeed. Now, the next returning item is going to be the George Sovereign. So here we have the George V Sovereign. Interesting piece. It's one that I picked up off eBay when we had a really good eBay deal. I think it was like 20% off or something like that, and I got this well under spot price, so very happy with that. And then last week, the last item we had was the Oriental Britannia. Now, you guys couldn't decide between the three of these. It was a literally an exact three-way tie with 7 votes per item, so I have something to sweeten the deal, so to say. So if you wanted to vote for the Oriental Britannia, I would be more than happy to throw in the 1-ounce gold version as well. So this is a new pickup for me. So if you'd like to see a compare and contrast between the silver and the gold versions of the Oriental Britannia, which, by the way, is an absolutely awesome coin. It's my pick for 2018 as an incredible popular coin. Then please vote for those. But if you would rather see the Lion or rather see the George Sovereign, then let me know and vote down in the description below. But I have a feeling I know which one is going to win this week. Don't forget to go over to Mike's various social medias and subscribe to him. He's an absolutely awesome community member and creator, so make sure you sub to him. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Please make sure that you share it on social media as well. That would be very helpful indeed. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and you can get notifications when I upload future videos. We've got a really interesting coin to feature tomorrow from PowerCoin. I did one last Wednesday, but the one tomorrow is definitely one not to miss, so make sure that you stick around and catch that tomorrow. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend ahead, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.